Howdy, and welcome back to yet another episode of Garage Party. Now, in today's episode is take 2 of Garage Party Racing. Now, as you can see, this is nothing but a frame, an engine, and, well, you can't see it, but there's a transmission back there. Obviously, drivetrain. Out of a 95 F-150 4x4. That has nothing to do with it because we can't use this trans for what we want to do because it's a 4x4 transmission, so I've got a supply in the back that we're going to choose from. Now, if you remember correctly, the last time there was a Garage Party Racing episode, it was back in July. And it is November. And we finally got our hands on a cleaner Fox body. And it's sitting out over there. I'm going to go ahead and put in the clip of me unloading that off the trailer because it didn't have a rear end on it or wheels. So, I hope you did enjoy that because that was something to do. That was fun. But now, this stuff is actually from my girlfriend's parts truck because she drives a 95 7.3. And she wanted the cab off of it, so I got the drivetrain, which was great because I paid half. And so this engine here is a nice 302. It's got all the computer stuff if we want to stay with EFI, but Bobby and I are probably going to go carbureted, just because it's a little bit easier to get together, especially for a project like this. I'm going to go ahead and pull this motor and trans, and then, well, before I do that, I'll show you the new car. It's not the prettiest thing. It's nowhere near as nice as the red Fox body, but it's more structurally sound than the blue one was. And the blue one, I took to the scrapyard. So, goodbye. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and show you the new Fox body for the new project, and then I will hop onto this and get our 302 ready to be put in that. And just for shits and giggles, I might even just set the motor in there today. I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling. So here it is. This is, I think it's an 87. I don't remember. It might be a 90. I don't know. This front end didn't come with it. This came off of the other one, but I believe my brother came down here and just thought it'd be fun to throw this front end on. So, whatever. It's a lot nicer. It's got strut towers that have been patched, but that's still better. And on this side too. That's still better than what we had. That's for sure. It's got some nice seats, honestly. Floors that have also been patched. Not the greatest, but better once again than what we had. And I believe this car was also a 5.0 5-speed car. And I did throw the rear end in it from the old blue car, and the wheels are from the blue car, which Bobby and I absolutely hate, and they don't actually work with this car because the calipers on the front hit the wheel. So these wheels don't even work anyway, and I don't care because I hate them, and they're ugly and stupid. So yeah, it's a lot more solid than the other one. There's some extra parts and stuff that are in it, which is nice. But there's absolutely nothing though. It is just a shell. I mean, there's not even a brake pedal, which I should have thought about before I scrapped the other one, because I don't know if I have a brake pedal for it, but we'll figure that out later. So yeah, this is it. It's got a sunroof. Pretty solid. I think Bobby said might be the LX. I don't know. It's got LX taillights, I think he said, which are like the cheese grater ones, which are pretty cool. I like them. They're very 80s, 90s, whatever. They're cool. Has a better spoiler too. Some fun stickers, BBK Mustang sticker, our favorite sticker, especially because it's a 2-door car. It's just fun. It's our favorite. This car at one point was purple, that faded into blue. At least that's what it kind of looks like. There's a lot of purple parts, but the black doesn't look too bad. If anything, if we stick with the black, we'll clean it up and make it look nicer. That's if we want to make it look nicer. We might just do like, leave it how it is and just make it for fun, which is probably what we're gonna do anyway, and just beat the piss out of it. So yeah, this is the new car, and we're gonna do a bunch of dumb adventures with it. We're gonna do obviously a 302 into it. We don't know what trans. We're kind of thinking a E4OD with a manual valve body or something. I don't know yet. Maybe a C6. We get it running. Well, obviously, because it's garage party racing, we'll race the car. We'll do a bunch of different events. We could do a drag race. We could do autocross. Whatever we want with it. We could take it on dirt, because we traded the E12 for this, because we got the E12 back and then traded it again for another Fox body. So hopefully this one goes a lot smoother. All right, as you saw in the last clip, the motor is now officially out of the frame. And I also removed the trans off camera as well. And I got this in here. So next step, honestly, is first bring it up, take off the wheel, take off the caliper on both sides, just so that way it moves a little bit easier. And then I think I'm gonna figure something out with that, because that keeps getting in the way of everything. I might see about just sticking the steering wheel off the blue one in there, but I gotta find the other piece for it, because I know I had both pieces, but I don't know where it went. Never mind, it's right there. All right, so stick this in there just so that way that stops binding and I can actually turn the, wheel, whatever. And then just for fun, we're gonna go ahead and mock that up into there. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead, we'll set up a time lapse for getting this thing up in the air, taking those calipers off, throwing those wheels back on. I'm gonna go ahead and get this set up, and we'll just get to work. Okay, so what I did there, as you saw, I got the grinder up. I took that caliper off, but not that one. Well, that's because I noticed that the caliper wasn't the issue. Am I going to put it back on right now? No. Why? Because I don't want to. So I'm going to leave that one off for now. But it turned out what it was that was causing this issue, it was these tabs on the shocks. Which you actually have a set. That came off of the Red Fox body. And I believe these have aftermarket shocks on them. That or they're factory, and our tires, those wheels just don't fit with what they're supposed to be. But these tabs right up here had a little bit more overhang than these do. So they came out a bit further this way and stood up a little bit taller. And that was grinding into the wheel as it would spin around. I don't know if the camera caught it. If not, then I'll just explain it. But on that side, there was a lot of aluminum shavings that came off that rim from it going around and around. But now that's fixed. So now comes the fun part, stuffing the motor in there just for the hell of it. Now here's going to be something that's interesting, right? It just came out of a truck, so it has the truck oil pan on it. So, and if it fits, it might fit a little funny. It should fit, by the looks of it, hopefully. was right. It's the oil pan. Now, I don't really have a spot to put the motor at the moment, so it's going to stay in the car as it sits. I'll probably just strap it down with a couple of ratchet straps and put a hood on it and call it good. Also, don't install an engine the way I just did, where it's not high enough in or whatever, because that's not the way you're supposed to do it. But I did it anyway. And don't do that either, because as you might have seen, it just falls backwards, pushing up against the firewall at the moment. But it has an engine now. Something I should have done was, before I stabbed that thing in there, was put this in there. Because it goes down there. It's really not going to be hard to get to, honestly. There's more space than you think. But I just got to go in through there, put it in through there, hook it up through there, and then put this 14mm bolt through the hole. So I'm going to knock that out really quick. Maybe even put that steering wheel in there. Then we could turn the car. And then we could look at the car and act like it has a motor. Well, it does. But this will be even further progress than we've ever gotten on this little Garage Party Racing series. And look at that. We give the illusion of a complete Fox body. That's right. I threw the cowl hood on. Now it doesn't line up correct because the motor's tilted that way. But I put a front clip on it. Better than how it was. It's not bolted, but whatever. There's a seat in the seat and a steering wheel and a gas pedal. That is really all you need right there. There's a seat, a steering wheel, a gas pedal, and an engine. Problem solved. That is the recipe for speed. Maybe a transmission would help, but whatever. Alright, so that's going to do it for this episode of Garage Party. And this episode 2 of Garage Party Racing. Now we've got a race car. All we got to do left is everything else. But I've shown you the car. There's an update on it. We're happy for the most part. Hopefully soon we can actually do more progress to this and make things happen with this. I would just like to get it running and drive in sooner than later. It is starting to get cold because it is November. So that means snow is going to be a big factor here soon. But yeah, if you enjoyed, then go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe, comment, I don't know. You don't have to, but it would be really nice if you did. I will see you next time.